My name is Allie, and I work for the Office of Campus and Visitor Relations. Today, we are very excited to be speaking with the Parent and Family Program. However, before we just jump right into the conversation, why don't we do a quick round of introductions just so our audience knows who we're speaking with.
Hi all, my name is Monica Rupert. I work in our Parent and Family Program as our Events and Outreach Manager with Stephanie Benson-Gonzalez, our Associate Director of Family Programs and Communications. We kind of lead the program and work with parents and family members to connect their students to UW.
Hi everybody, my name is Brooke. I'm a rising senior this year at the university, and I am one of the program interns.
Hi everyone, I'm Jenna. I'm also a rising senior and I am a program intern as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for being with me today. And before we get started, for those who don't know, for those members of our audience who don't know what the Parent and Family Program is, why don't you guys just tell us a little bit about what resources you guys offer and how parents can stay connected?
Definitely. So as I just alluded to, we work to connect parents and family members with resources and information so that you can then support your student. We know that there's no one-size-fits-all approach to parent and family engagement with their student. And so we just want to provide all that information and resources that we can so that you can then, convey that to your student in a way that works. But we have a number of resources that we offer. So we have a core service of kind of email and phone services. So if you have any questions, nothing's too big or too small, you can email or call us. We also have social media where we manage both a page and discussion group. We also answer questions on there. And then we have publications such as a yearly calendar that has important billing dates, it has academic calendar dates, a handbook, newsletters, and then we also plan events throughout the year such as Family Weekend, which we'll talk about later.
Awesome, thanks Monica. I just wanted to briefly touch on the ways parents can stay connected. So as Monica said, we do have social media platforms, including our Facebook discussion posts. So that's a pretty active page with over 10,000 parent and family members that's always ongoing with really recent questions and things that are going on in the world. We also have a database with over 50,000 active subscribers, and those subscribers will get our newsletters that we send out twice per semester and once during the summer. Additionally, we'll send out parent notices if things are happening on campus that we think are important for parents and families to know about.
Awesome. And I know Family Weekend was just recently mentioned, and Family Weekend is one of your guys' main events that you do plan along with other events throughout the year. Can you guys give us a little bit of insight on what events you're planning for this upcoming semester?
Yeah, for sure. So things will obviously look different this year, and we are super excited to announce and kind of go through our plans for Family Weekend 2020 in the near future. So we plan to provide just kind of a set of virtual events and activities to really keep you informed and connected to the university, no matter where you or your student are living, and that's a top priority for us. A great way to keep updated on that is to check out our website. It's parent.wisc.edu, and we'll be posting our most updated information on all of our future events there.
It's funny you mentioned that website because I'm not kidding. I think my mom probably checks out that website at least once a month. She loves going on it, and she'll always send me like updates like, did you know this was happening? You should go to this. Did you know this was happening? You should go to this. So I can attest personally that it is a great resource for parents to use.
That's so great to hear, Allie. We love that. Yes, we definitely, we have a news page on there where we're posting kind of updates from the university that we feel like are really important for parents and family members. But then we do also have event pages for Family Weekend, and it's fun. Allie, I think you've worked with us on Family Weekend in the past. CAVR, Campus and Visitor Relations, has been a great partner for Family Weekend. So even in this new virtual setting, which again is kind of just to make sure that we're out of an abundance of caution for health and safety, knowing that we usually have parents, family members, friends come in from around the country and around the world. Just an abundance of caution of keeping them safe and keeping our campus community safe. We decided to move to that virtual format, but even in this new setting, we're really excited for all the partnerships we can continue to put on with you all, CAVR, maybe some virtual tours. I don't know, maybe some fun little shenanigans on TikTok. We're really excited to release more information soon about what that will look like.
I think Parent and Family Weekend is probably like, at least CAVR, the students who work at CAVR is like favorite event all year. We just like love connecting with the parents. They're also excited. So it'll be extremely exciting too to do that virtually as well. And I know we are talking a lot about like the parent and family aspect of it, but there is a lot of resources for students to use as well. So what are some things that you would like students to know about your program?
Definitely. And Brooke and Jenna, feel free to chime in on this because you both are, our student interns, so you see it from a great perspective that way. But I can just share, because I know students who might be listening to this might be thinking, oh my gosh, what kind of information are you sharing with my parents? Like, are they going to be able to check in on my grades, on my health information? And the short answer to that is no, right? So that information is all protected by, federal laws, HIPAA, FERPA, things like that. So we, again, actually just provide your parents with that type of information so that they're not constantly coming to you and asking you questions, so that they can kind of be informed on their own. We don't share your personal information with your parents and family members. Our goal is really supporting your success as students. Again, so making sure that your parents aren't, coming to you with hopefully too many suggestions for events and tips. Hopefully the tips we provide them are helpful, but it doesn't feel like then they bring them to you and you're inundated with that, because we know that college is a time for students to be gaining more independence, to be really the main ones in charge of their emails and their grade information and their health information. And so we really want to just empower parents to help empower you to feel like you're the owner of all of those aspects of your lives. So again, it's not to share information with them so that they kind of are making those decisions for you. It's so that they can help you make those decisions for yourselves. Anything I missed, Brooke and Jenna, on kind of what either we want students to know about our program, or what experiences your parents, or in Allie, you too, any experiences your parents or family members have had with our program?
I think that was all really great information. And I think, it's just important to note that we're a great resource for your parents. So you can definitely refer them to us if they, ask you a bunch of questions. It might be a little overwhelming that you might not even know the answer to. We're definitely here to help with that.
And I think the parent and family program just provides like a great bridge between maybe high school and college, just because in high school, I know parents do have a lot more, I guess the students might be living with their parents, so they do have a lot more like oversight on what their students are doing, whereas in college, not so much. So the parent and family program really provides like a great bridge between the two, just as the transition between high school and college, maybe make it a little easier for both of them, not just the parent and not just the student, but for everyone involved. And if you all had one piece of advice to give parents, families, and students about that transition between high school and college, or really anything involving the parent and family program, what would that be?
I think that my biggest advice for parents and families is really to try to stay as connected to your student and to the university as you can, because I really think, and even from personal experience, being able to have those open conversations about your time at the university with your parents or your family members, it really allows your bond to still remain strong, even though, you may be however many miles away from home. And it also just kind of leads to a more trusting and open and honest relationship between you and your family members.
Yeah, I would echo what Brooke says. Just please have an open conversation with your students and family, and know that no question is too big or too small. So feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to help.
I can also say, when I was I was a student as well, and I was even a student in campus and visitor relations back in the day, which was really fun. But I remember going to college, the drive up to college, and some students are so excited to get to college, whether that's whatever that looks like for them, that first year. Some students are so excited to go, and then some students might be feeling more anxious, or for some it's a mix of both. I was definitely on the more, nervous, anxious side, and I remember this piece of advice that my dad gave me that I continue to give to parents and family members even now, which is, I was so worried that the transition to college meant that I was losing my home connection. I'd never live at home again with my parents. I was really worried about that. And my dad said, you're not losing a home, you're gaining a second one. And whatever that UW home looks like for you, whether that's through clubs, student organizations, through new friends that you make, through your residence halls, through your classes and discussions, I really found that to be true, that you just gain this beautiful second family, the second home. And I think that's true for both students and parents. So for students worrying about, to Brooke's point, that your connection might not stay as strong with your parents or family members, have those conversations and know that can be there, that home is still there as you make this new home, as you make this new family. And then for parents and family members who might be really nervous or sad, understandably, about potentially what feels like losing your student, know that you're a part of this Badger family too. So this is hopefully a second family and a second home for you. And when it's safe for us all to be together again, that you can come visit and feel welcome on campus as well. And just that, I think there's so much confidence and hopefully pride in the idea that your student is, again, not leaving for sure your home, but instead just gaining a second one, and that kind of second one becomes a part of your family and as well.
Absolutely, and I can attest to the parent and family program really making it a lot more comfortable me transitioning to college, just keeping my parents in touch with everything that's going on, and it also provided an excuse for them to text me, every once in a while, hey, did you see this going on? So I just really appreciate the work that y'all do. It's extremely important and extremely helpful to families and students alike. And I also want to thank you three specifically for being with me today and answering some of these questions that our prospective and admitted students have. And yeah, before we go, would you guys like to add anything?
The only thing I'll add is just in general about our name. We call ourselves the Parent and Family Program, but we are open to really anyone that supports a student. So it's not just, parents, family members. It could be friends, guidance counselors, support members, chosen family, whoever that is, even students. Some students can sign up, or some students sign up, they like our newsletters or they like our calendars with the due date. So know that we are really open to anybody who supports a student. And we're just excited to connect with you on this journey.
Well, thank you guys so much again for joining me today, and thank you all for the audience for watching this video. And just a reminder, Ask Bucky Unfiltered will be posted every Sunday on our campus and visitor relations social media. All right, so I think that's all we have for you guys today. So thank you once again, and I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for having us, Allie. Bye all.